Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the project making today. It's just little tags. As you can see, it's got little shaker pocket tags. So isn't it cute? I just love the way it shakes. So I'm going to show you how to make one here. This is the die set we've used. It's called Celebration Tag Dies. I've used this die here. Now in my original I cut it out of garden green cardstock. For this one I've cut it out of Storybook Gnomes cardstock. Okay, and what we're going to do now is make our little hole for our shaker, and I'm going to use this little piece here and just line it up in the centre. Not easy to see the score lines on the camera, but they are there for our tag. And then I'm going to hold it down just with some post-it note tape, and then I'm going to get my little mini boss out here. And I've got a number 1 and number 2 plate. I'm going to put this in, another number 2 over the top, and into our mini boss, and we're just going to wind it through. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. So just fold this up. I love how light it is as well. It's so easy to use. It's great. Okay, so let's get rid of our plates, and then you can see, there you go, really cut it out nicely. Okay, and you've got this little spare for something. So now I'm just going to fold on our score lines. You can see them, or I can see them here. I'm just going to actually pinch them with my fingers rather than the bone folder, because I just want to be a bit more delicate with it. It is designed to use paper. It's not as heavy as cardstock. You can see there we have our little shaker pocket. So now on the inside you want to put a little bit of window sheet, and I have some here, some scrap I've got. And I'm just going to cut a little piece that will fit in there. I think I need to trim it down just a little bit to make sure nothing, can't see because of the lights. It was really bright, and then suddenly, as if out of nowhere, the sun's just decided to scarper, as it seems to do nowadays. It just seems to flit. Just be careful of these little big pieces of window sheet, but they can be a little sharp, so just be aware of that. And now I'm just going to check. Yeah, and that fits fine. So I'm going to use just a little bit of seal. I'm just going to put it around my it's sticking to everything except where I want it to stick. Just user error more than anything else. Okay, so let's put this down. Sticky fingers today. There we go. There we have our little shaker pocket. Let's have a little. So now what I'm going to do is fiddle with my seal, obviously. I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow in these 2 tabs here, and I'm going to bring in this silicone mat, otherwise I definitely will get glue all over the place. And I just want to put some glue on here and on here. You can see I've got some glue out here. I don't want it sealed at the top yet, so I'm just going to make sure that none of the seal is seeping out. Then you're just going to fold. I'm trying to get the glue off my fingers, so I'm sorry if I'm a bit of all thumbs today. Just going to fold this and match everything up, and just take your time to do it. Okay, and there you've got your little shaker pocket. Okay, and if you're careful, you should be able to just see there. There you go. Now, I have got here from my stash. I've had these forever and an age. These little sequins. That is more than enough. We don't need that many. Sometimes I think sequins as well attract glue like no tomorrow. There's plenty of in there. Don't even need that much. That'll do. And then you're going to seal it at the top. So I'm going to use some Tombow again and just seal around the top. I've got a few sequins stuck here on the top, so I'm just going to push those down. And then seal the top. And give it a really good pinch. Now we've got our shaker element. And now I am going to leave that alone for a second to dry and do its thing. You can put as much sequins in or as few as you want. It really is up to you. And I'm going to do something hopefully a little bit more safe for me and do some stamping. So let's get a piece of basic white. Here we go. Our stamp set is Celebrate with Tags. It's the one that matches our dies. And we're going to have here Merry Christmas, and I've got it on the block already. So Pacific pointing, because that's the colour of the blue in the pattern paper. Down and up. Merry Christmas, lovely. Okay, just let it dry for a second, and then I'm just going to bring in my trimmer and cut this out by hand. Okay. I want it a bit tighter than that, otherwise it's quite a big sentiment for my tag, but I liked having this one. So we're just going to give it a tighter trim. There we go, that'll do. Any tighter and we'll start to cut the words off. Okay, so there we have, and I'm just going to use a sponge dauber and some blue ink. And I'm just going to sponge around the edge like that. And now we're ready to assemble our tag. So let's put this Merry Christmas on. I'm going to use some snail again. Okay. And then just cross this like that. And then I'm going to just put a few dots of glue here and there. And then I'm just going to put a few sequins in my little tray here. I'm going to find my pick up tool, which is here. I'm just going to use the silver ones. And decorate here. Now, if you're enjoying this video, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know, and please do consider subscribing. It really helps me to be more visible on YouTube. It's good for any YouTube channel. If you want the measurements or the supply list or anything like that, you'll find it all in the description box below, and links to my social media links, and also the link to my webpage is there, so do check that out. So I think that's the last one in place, so let's clear the decks a little bit. Move up there. There's our tag. I'm going to use some of this twine. I've just got the red one with me, so we're using red. This is the Sweet Sorbet in colour twine. You could use Starry Night, maybe it would be better, but I don't have it with me upstairs because I don't film where where my craft room is, because my craft room is really small. It's not big enough to film in. Just not big enough for the lighting that I need, so I tend to rather film up in a spare room, so I don't have with me here. Struggling to thread this today. I don't have with me here my craft stuff, so we have what we have. I've got way too much thread there, not sure why, but there we go. There are two little shaker projects. You've got the red and green, or the gold and silver with the blue. You can tell me which you prefer. So thank you for watching, and as I said, all the links are in the description box below, so do check those out. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.